Sorry, Jack. Chucky's back.
What up, it's your boy T-Bear and the reaction, today's film sprite. Now I'm about to get into the meat and potato, the main course, the main event of Film Sprite. That is the dead meat kill count. And this week is series week, and we return to the Chucky season one Chucky season 1 TV series kill count as well too. So we're going to do more 30 minutes. It might complete the whole thing. Who knows? Depends on how much time I have or how many kills I got. Either way, if we do complete it, the next kill count we do in the series for the series week will be the beginning of the first season of Stranger Things. But anyway, we're gonna continue. Last left off, the kill last we left. Bleep. That's all, folks. The kill we left with was, if I said it right, was Nika Chucky Nika killing off the guy she had tied off to keep the secret of the whole Chucky schizophrenia thing between Nika as well too. But anyway, we left off with Carolina waking up from her slight coma, whatever, waking up from her injury from the fire. So other than that, let's keep it going.
Finally wakes up in the hospital, sounding like a good gal doll.
I like to be hugged.
She's not a fan of Chucky's left on the stove too long look, so her dad Nathan tosses him down the garbage chute. Hope he doesn't get picked up by a Jack Black looking dude. He lands in a pile of drugs and winds up looking like something out of Meet the Feebles.
God, I love hospitals.
Later, the kids check for him in the sawtooth syringe pit, but it's too late. The doll is out of pocket again. They try to figure out what to do next during bio class, where Junior notices the new best friends trio. Sorry, man, you've got to give the people what they want. Jake asks if they should include his cousin, and Devin says they should, but Lexi shoots down the idea.
No, we can't bring him into this. He doesn't have the imagination.
Oh my god, that's so sad, and also probably true.
Have you guys seen Westworld? It's a crazy theme park with these hot robots, and you can, like, do anything you want to them.
Oh, Junior, you poor center-parted bastard. Jake's feeling guilty over Oliver's death, but hey, it's not all bad as long as he gets to hold hands with Devin. That kid can slow down time, apparently. Holy shit, he's an X-Man! At home, Michelle grounds Lexi. She is done with her daughter's shit.
I won't with her anymore. Every time she speaks, it's cheap silver on a mass-produced dinner plate.
I love the chemistry between Olivia Allen Lind and her real-life actor mom, Barbara Allen Woods.
I'm just proud
Oh, that's a real mom. I didn't know that. Wow.
of her.
It fits with the franchise's familial elements behind the scenes. Also, if their names sound familiar, it's because there's a whole damn clan of them. Olivia's older sisters are Natalie Allen Lind and Emily Allen Lind, the latter having been in both Babysitter movies and as Snakebite Andy in Dr. Sleep.
Wow.
Which fucking rules. As for Nathan Cross, if he looks familiar, it's because he's played by Michael Terrio, who was in Cult of Chucky as the awful abuser Dr. Foley.
Oh, why didn't I put that together? I guess the no face here kind of threw me off. Wow.
I miss these little sessions of
Wow.
His mild-mannered father figure here is a nice 180 from that role. He tries to please Caroline with a new good guy
Yeah. Oh man, we don't want to get through yet, but definitely.
who rocks the standard new good guy name.
Hi, I'm Tommy. Wanna play?
Caroline hugs Tommy as a melted wet Chucky Russell Crowe's through the window. Never feels good to get replaced by someone who's got, you know, their full face still intact. Later, Nathan finds the half-melted Chucky doll on the floor of Caroline's room, and Lexi sees him take it out to the trash. Damn, Chucky, how many times are you gonna get thrown away? Lexi calls Jake and Devin over, and together, they bag the doll, tase it up the ass, and stomp it into literal pieces. The day is saved. Chucky is no more. Goal! And as for Tommy, he should be safe. Earlier, Lexi gave him the tried and true "Are you a living doll?" test. Jake and Devin take a dusky bike ride to a hilltop where they celebrate with their first ever kiss. Ooh, and their second ever kiss. Careful now, boys, don't topple over. Jake's first kiss was not autobiographical, but Mancini says it's the first kiss he wishes he had had. Later, they filter into the school auditorium along with the rest of the town for an assembly with Principal McVeigh. Mayor Michelle kicks off the assembly by declaring that Hackensack is safe, but when they try to bring out Principal McVeigh, we instead hear a synthy opening to a Yeah 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 song. Anyone familiar with the lyrics knows what's coming next. Principal McVeigh's head rolls out. One last blink and a split diopter shot that this series loves so much. And the rolling head isn't enough of a showcase kill for Chucky, who also reveals the headless body. Great job, Chuck.
With the thumbs up.
Turns out Melty Chucky came into Caroline's room last night to deliver the show's first incantation recitation.
A day do we Timberland.
Yeah, I remember. I forgot.
Give me
That's
the
weird, man. I seen this off the first season. I had to remember how a lot of what other stuff happened other than the kills, of course.
power I beg of you.
It transferred his soul into the Tommy doll after Lexi's beating and before Nathan grabbed the old one, meaning the kid smashed apart a doll body that Chucky's soul had already vacated. Now we're at episode 6, which really starts the endgame of season 1. Tiffany Valentine voices the opening recap and reminds us that in 2004, she took over Jennifer Tilly's body.
Anyhow, lots to get to. Television is so exciting.
Tiffany's not the only one who's back. In South Carolina, Andy Barkley and his foster sister Kyle are posing as census takers. Nice to see a now 40-year-old Alex Vincent yet again, as well as Christina Leese returning as Kyle after her cameo in Cult's post-credits scene.
Right.
They're hunting down Chucky's, since that bastard's soul shards have been scattered all over the place. What do we think? Do we got one here?
Hi, I'm Charlie.
Y'all saw that, right? Andy did, and his suspicions are quickly proven correct.
You made me do this.
Before Chuck can hurt the kid, Andy does it for him, blowing out her eardrums for life. Together, Andy and Kyle go full Boondock Saints on the Chucky doll, filling this poor family's home with bullets and doll blood and guts. And trauma. Great way to introduce these characters to the TV show. And I think Alex Vincent's acting has improved a bit since Cult. He didn't act for most of his life, but it helps that Mancini knows how to write for him. They talk about their childhood and the Chucky head that Andy tortured for 4 years straight. It's sad, but realistic that Andy is permanently scarred from the original trilogy.
What'd you learn?
He screams the loudest at fire. Those screams are my favorite.
Not concerning at all. According to their math, besides Chuck Nika, there's only one more Chucky doll to kill, meaning I guess Andy took care of one-armed dirty Babby Chucky, who was left in the asylum at the end of Cult. At the Hotel Hackensack, Tiffany is having a hard time giving these bodies the Damien disposal treatment. Chuck Nika criticizes her technique.
The key is smaller pieces for optimal packing.
Oh, so now you're a packing genius. Smaller pieces,
Chucky
is that what
said
you
Chucky
suggest?
close enough.
Like rolling your t-shirts instead of folding.
Shut up, Chucky!
Tiffany hacks off a hand, shooting blood into Chuck Nika's face, which once again reverts them to Nika form and sends her crashing to the ground. She's still Nika when it's time to play poker, which has gotta be terrifying when your opponent is Jennifer Tilly.
Playing cards with Jennifer is terrifying.
Thought so. Chelsea and I are huge poker fans. The first piece of furniture we bought for our house was a custom-built poker table. We love that Jennifer Tilly won the Ladies No Limit Hold'em event at the World Series of Poker in 2005. It was the first time a celebrity ever won a bracelet. A suspicious Tiffany grills Nika, giving Fiona Dourif another scene of incredible acting. She has to play Nika Pierce, pretending to be Charles Lee Ray inside of Nika Pierce's body. That means she has to do Nika's impression of the voice Fiona uses when she's Charles Lee Ray.
How does my voice change so that it's Nika pretending to be Chucky that's reasonable enough and sounds enough like Chucky that doesn't make Jennifer an idiot?
That is a lot for an actor to consider. But as always, Ms. Dourif is awesome.
Come on, Tiff. That was a long time ago. Raise you 100.
Her best isn't good enough to fool Tiffany, though.
Hello, Nika.
Sorry, Nika. You really tried, but Tiffany's too damn wily.
I stabbed you in the thigh 10 minutes ago. You didn't feel a thing.
Tiffany admits that she prefers when Chuck Nika drops the Chuck and keeps the Nika.
Sometimes when we're together, I see you looking at me. And I know it's you.
This franchise is such a soap opera, and I love it. Tiffany tells Nika that she's bought a house for them here in Hackensack, but since she doesn't want Chucky to come out and play again, she knocks Nika out for safekeeping. Turns out Tiffany bought Charles Lee Ray's old home from Gladys Kravitz, who's a realtor. The house has been empty since the 1960s.
Ever since the murders, yeah.
Speaking of murders, here's a good guy-sized box, Tiffany's first
shit.
Hackensack delivery. Her second is in the trunk, a tied-up Nika Pierce, whom Tiffany puts inside and kisses goodbye as she leaves to run errands. Back in 1987, we see Chucky and Tiffany buy a car. It's a red 1960 Pontiac Parisian, which we saw in Bride of Chucky and also at the end of Cult of Chucky. Damn, even Tiffany's car gets a backstory? Wow. What is this, a Stephen King novel? We also learn where Chucky picked up one of his favorite phrases.
And a true classic never goes out of style.
A true classic never goes out of style.
The killer couple signs the dotted line with a nail-file throat slit that sprays the salesman's blood all over the windshield. This may be the first time Tiffany ever performed her patented kill. She takes the wheel while Chucky reads about his latest interest. This is 1987 after all. The very next year, he'd be using an incantation for some plastification. During a bio class,
I still astounded how when Fiona embodied her, that how good of makeup they put on Fiona looked just like her dad back in the day.
Detective Evans barges in and arrests Ms. Fairchild for the murders of the principal, the detective, and that Oliver kid. This whole Fairchild as a suspect thing feels like it comes out of nowhere, but it does make the kids feel guilty and gives them more urgency to act. They know Chucky's out.
I'm gonna tell you right now, she came back in the second season. Do not touch her in the third season, please. Don't. Please don't.
There. And since Tommy's missing now, Tommy must be Chucky. Let's go find the little rugrat. They learn about Andy Barkley, who was in the news just 2 weeks ago.
Violent patient escapes Harrogate Psychiatric Hospital.
So I guess his cliffhanger ending in Cult is mostly just brushed aside. Jake remembers the phone call from the first episode and realizes it must have been Chucky's OG pal. They call Andy back, who says he and Kyle will come help as soon as they can make the drive up from Virginia. So throughout the show, Bree Wheeler has been shown to be keeping a secret. At first it seems like
oh man, let's just say this whole episode right here, I don't know where we at. Yeah, I think we're on that's 5. Let's just say, you know how the one term I hate people using, FTK or FDK. This is more like, this whole season series is more like FDP. But let's keep going.
Might be the standard infidelity, but in the previous episode, we learned the truth. It was something far more tragic.
Stage 4 cancer. You know I say the words and it still doesn't feel real.
Now Bree has to break the news to her family, and to be honest, I don't like dealing with illness in most horror movies. Brings down the mood, man. It's just too real. Junior tells Lexi he feels like everything's falling apart. When she's too distracted to offer emotional support, he ends the relationship, further isolating himself. Junior goes with his mom to her next therapy session and waits in the car while she heads inside. Bree tells her therapist that she's going to refuse cancer treatment and instead make the most of the time that she has left. She leaves the session as Shade's Trampoline comes on the soundtrack, and I will forever associate that song with this scene because it's something else, man. Turns out Chucky hitched a ride to the shrink and has a nasty trick up his little rainbow.
When I saw her going doing that thing, I'm like, oh my god, he's going to kill her. He's going to just put her out of her misery. Oh my god.
Sleeves. He pushes a cart
this
slowly
was
but
so
surely until it's at ramming speed. Bree turns around just in time to be horrified before she's sent crashing through the high-rise window. Chucky, you cheeky fuck. Don't give me that coy bullshit. Bree was one of the most decent characters on the show. And thanks to you, we have to kiss her goodbye. The kill is beautifully shot, but horrifically traumatic for Junior. Well, at least he gets one last face-to-face with her. I think Bree's death is the most impactful of the series.
The way they show her face go through the wheel and shit like that. Oh, it's so sad and fucked up.
And I don't mean that in a punny way. She was the only one with whom Junior had a positive, loving relationship. Now that she's gone, he's completely alone, which makes him vulnerable. It's also a bummer for us, the viewer, since Lexa Doig is such a joy. She did a damn good job selling that fall in front of a green screen with some fans. Bree's therapist chalks up her death as a suicide, which devastates Logan and Junior. Jake tries to tell Junior his mom didn't kill herself, but his cousin blames him for his family's misfortunes. Devin talks to his mom about Jake, officially coming out as gay to her.
This doesn't change anything. You're my son, and I'll always love you.
Like I said, FTP.
Aw, that's nice. He joins Jake and Lexi at Junior's home, where they lay a trap for Chucky inspired by Martin Scorsese's Cape Fear. All this fishing line booby trapping is the perfect kind of 80s hijinks to drive two people close together. Ooh, especially when it gets spooky. They realize Chucky's come in through the fireplace.
That never happened in Cape Fear.
Nah, but it did happen in Child's Play 1. Do your research, kids! Chucky finds Lexi alone upstairs and says he won't kill her if she kills Jake. Chucky needs a kid to kill somebody. She feigns interest long enough for Jake to bat her up, and though Chucky slides away from that attack, he gets tased like a bitch by Devin. Having a police mom sure does come in handy. Chucky charges Devin, but runs straight past him, because he's not trying to kill these kids. Instead, he wants to further isolate them by killing their parents, like Detective Evans, who just showed up looking for them. Chucky jumps on her and swings around until she falls down the stairs, at which point she breaks her neck. He runs away, leaving yet another kid traumatized by a dead parent.
But why her falling her burger in the neck, I mean, she got to twist her whole neck around. Like, that was a little extra on the cool. But I was so hurt about this one. Oh my god, we had the sweetest mom in the world, the whole series, because Lexi mom was and get killed, get pushed off, and then the mom who was very understanding and could possibly help her gets murdered. Oh, and we ain't done. We're not done. What the good parents gone? You'll see.
That doll sure knows how to create.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh wait,
that was so unnecessary. Have her neck all twisted back just from a fall.
Is held for Bree at Junior's home, but she's not the only thing that's dead. Because of his mother's murder, Devin quits the Three Chucksketeers. He breaks up with Jake to make it extra official.
We're not good together.
Junior comes outside and punches Jake out in anger, and more chaos is introduced when Tiffany Valentine arrives in Jennifer Tilly's body. She walks up to Logan and makes out with him in front of everyone, including his bewildered son. Why'd she do this? Mancini and Tilly say Tiffany honestly doesn't know. She's just lighting fires and seeing what'll happen, which is actually how this show's whole story began in the first place. In the first episode, a woman in a red coat leaves the yard sale right before Jake finds Chucky. That was meant to be Tiffany, dropping off the doll so it could get into some trouble. Now, I haven't yet mentioned something that Kill Count fans are used to hearing: the title card. Each episode features the word Chucky being made out of objects relevant to its plot. For instance, syringes and the one where Sean Payton gets cocktailed to death. Episode 7's has gravestones thanks to all the dead parents, but I wanted to mention it because of some of the other names I see. There's Sarah Pierce from Curse, Tony Gardner from Seed, Grace Poole from Child's Play 2, and Howard Fitzwater, who I had to look up because I forgot it was the birth name of Damian Baylock from Bride. From Redman to Eddie Caputo, this title card is full of Easter eggs for fans of the franchise. The music played each time is a nice take on the theme from Child's Play 2, but of course I can't include a clip or else it'll get me a copyright claim. Another flashback puts us in Chicago, 1988, butting right up against when we saw Chucky's story begin about 30 years ago. Charles and Tiff have moved here from Hackensack after driving off in her Pontiac, and you know a new place needs to be christened with sex, pizza, and blood. Specifically, blood from the pizza delivery guy.
Oh,
sorry,
wow.
dude. Here's a tip. Don't deliver pizza to killers. The honeymoon doesn't last, and eventually Tiff comes home to the sound of a woman groaning. Chucky's been cheating. He's been killing without her.
Believe it or not, Tiff, I got a life outside of you in this dump.
But killing is an us thing.
Chucky says Tiff is a nag, so he leaves for a night out on his own. Later, we see how an angry Tiffany got revenge with a phone call.
I'd like to speak to Detective Mike Norris, please.
Wow.
Yep, Tiffany tipped off Detective Norris, leading to the chase that ended.
Oh, and that's why he came after her, and that's why he killed her on Bride of Chucky.
With Chucky transferring his soul into a
That's
good guy
why
doll.
and also explain their little Joker Harley Quinn like relationship.
Mancini says he thought of this twist 10 years prior, back when he was writing Curse of Chucky.
I know I saw the series, but like I said, it's been a while since I saw the last season because of with the kills and all that. So yeah, that's the thing. It's been a while since the last season. So the kills is easy to remember, but the plots is like good. It's a good reference to watch this after watching this.
Speaking of Curse, you may be wondering, like I am, how this fits in with that movie's flashbacks. There, we saw Chucky imply that Nika's mom Sarah had somehow called the cops on him while he was keeping her in his flower shop. He left that place and wound up in the chase that opened the first movie.
Right.
Personally, I think the TV series explanation works better. And unfortunately, there's no elaboration of how or if Sarah fits in with this new info. Was Charles keeping her as a captive side piece? Because he looked pretty obsessed in Curse. Much different than the cool, detached killer he is in the show. I wish there had been a line from Tiffany saying she knew about Chucky's other obsession or something, but maybe, somehow, season 2 will better smooth over this wrinkle in continuity. Mayor Cross holds a press conference saying everything's fine now. Miss Fairchild's been arrested, so no more deaths to worry about. To celebrate their success, she's holding a charity screening of Frankenstein. Hey, that was a kill count one time. A pretty early one. Reporters grill Mayor Cross and even pitch a question to her youngest.
Caroline, do you want to be mayor one day?
Chucky told me to kill Mommy.
That shit would go so viral. Andy and Kyle are still headed north when they need to pull off for gas. Andy takes the opportunity to lock Kyle out and leave her so Chucky can't hurt her. He knows all about how hurtful Chucky can be. Just look at how hurt the Wheelers are in the wake of Bree's death. Junior finds Chucky in his bedroom, and the doll reveals himself so he can try to turn Junior against his dad.
Kid, The guy's an asshole.
The kid is upset about Logan making out with another woman at his mom's wake, and Chucky exploits that anger, meaning Tiffany's chaos gambit pays off once again. The doll tells Junior to kill his dad, saying that it's something his cousin Jake couldn't do.
But you're better than him, aren't you, Junior?
Maybe he is, Chuck. Maybe he is. Tiffany visits Junior, saying she's cooked his father's favorite meal.
Swedish meatballs.
I love how that's Tiffany's go-to recipe. She mentioned them in Bride.
I made Swedish meatballs. Your favorite.
And earlier in the season.
Swedish meatballs.
She even talks about them in the house tour promotional video for season 2.
I cook, Swedish meatballs.
It's one of her quirks, like always quoting her mother, that makes Tiffany so delightful. That and her constant references to her favorite Jennifer Tilly movie.
I know you.
Aren't you a little young to have seen Bound?
Tiffany implies she had been having an affair with Junior's dad, and he starts thinking maybe that led to his mom's apparent suicide. Having done enough damage for now, Tiffany leaves him to his own devices. Out of curiosity, and maybe even potential revenge for his mother, Devin decides to check out Charles Lee Ray's old home. The taser can come too. He goes there by himself and smashes a window to get inside. Damn kid, your mom would arrest you for that if she wasn't dead. Nika hears Devin and calls out for help, so he finds and unties her from the chair. But wait a minute, Nika can't stand. Son of a bitch!
It's Chucky.
Sorry, Dev. If you're keeping track, your punch card should be filled now. We've seen Fiona Dourif play Nika, Charles Lee Ray, Nika possessed by Charles Lee Ray, Nika pretending to be possessed by Charles Lee Ray, and now finally, Nika possessed by Charles Lee Ray pretending to be Nika. Glad we got this moment.
Just so I could play every iteration.
Since Devin broke up with him, Jake decides to run away from home. But at the train station, he sees a good guy doll in transit. Using money he stole from Logan, he pays the delivery guy to find out that it's going to Charles Lee Ray's old home. After giving the doll the "you'd best not be possessed" test, he takes it to Lexi. They realize that Devin was also headed to Charles Lee Ray's old home. What they don't know yet is that Devin's not alone. A drunken Logan stumbles upstairs and tries to talk to Junior, only to find his son sitting with a doll. This pivotal confrontation begins with a great head spin, during which Chucky changes his face from evil to undercover.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend till the end. Heidi-ho! Ha ha ha.
Junior puts Chucky in between him and his dad and allows the doll to do the talking for him.
You sure drink a lot. Just like Uncle Lucas.
I like the new good guy voice performance by child actor Nick A. Fisher. It sounds enough like Eden Gross's from the original films, but with its own personal style. It's hilarious when they use it for the finale's opening recap.
Previously on fucking Chucky.
And it's a great contrast to Chucky's real voice.
Get your fucking hands off me.
Chucky forces Logan out of the room and keeps talking as though he's a ventriloquist dummy. This is honestly another tragedy for Junior Wheeler. He can't even have his own catharsis with his dad. It has to go through Chucky, who's exploiting his alienation and using Bree's apparent suicide as a final wedge. Junior's storyline really works as an exploration of how young, disaffected people, usually boys, can be taken advantage of and turned to violence. Chucky tried that with Jake and failed, but with Junior he succeeds. The kid pushes his dad and knocks the camera sideways. Then he takes that Chucky doll and, in another homage to magic, beats his dad down. Junior uses the good guy to murder his father Logan, which Chucky seems absolutely thrilled about. He's never been used as a weapon before. Mostly though, Chucky's happy to have finally gotten a kid to kill someone.
You have no idea how hard it's been.
I'm gonna say that's not the good FTP I'm talking about. The FTP that sadly happened to a good parent happened to, because he was a piece of shit.
Getting one of you little shits to step the fuck up and play.
Turns out a kill like this was needed to kick his big plans into motion, or more specifically, put into motion a whole army of other Chucky dolls. Devin sees firsthand that the cult of Chucky is alive and well.
You know, I'm gonna finish it off.
And we thought 3 Chuckies was a lot. As always, the true stars of Chucky are the puppeteers.
They're this interesting combination of actors and gearheads.
The team was once again led by Tony Gardner, who was excited to return to the Chucky family under Don Mancini. All the usual techniques and technologies were used, with a lot of green suit performances like they mastered in Cult. I honestly think this is the best the doll has ever looked. If not in design, then for sure in its performance. Baby stabs to Oliver notwithstanding. The puppeteers had to be on their game even more so than usual, since they didn't get to do as many takes as they would during a film shoot.
We have to be really well rehearsed because we don't get the chance to mess around on camera.
Andy arrives at
Junior's.
Junior's.
Hold on a second, getting a call. I'm back. Wife called and I had to order food for the night. Anyway, let's get it. But yeah, I'm gonna finish the whole thing off.
House after getting the address from Jake earlier. Junior and Chucky see his arrival through the window.
Dude's almost as short as you.
I know, right?
Aw, how you about to do Alex Vincent like that,
Right.
man? There's a suspenseful sequence where Junior lets Andy in and he looks around, but ultimately, he doesn't find nary a Chucky or a corpse. After he leaves, the ginger ghoulie uncraps himself from his hiding spot. He didn't want to deal with Andy's gun.
I hate guns. They're like my Achilles heel, along with axes, fire, and those big industrial-sized fans.
Always love the adherence to continuity. Chucky has, in fact, died because of guns, axes, fire, and those big industrial-sized fans.
Yep.
Lexi and Jake try to figure out why Chucky wants one of them to kill somebody.
I mean, it's part of some voodoo spell.
Hey, that's exactly right, kid. As much as Mancini personally doesn't like the voodoo element, he won't ignore that it's canon. The voodoo that created the Chucky army also worked on the good guy from the train station. He's activated like some kind of Dalturian candidate and attacks them, remembering the reference that slipped in earlier Chucky's mind in Seed.
Here's Chucky.
Oh my God, that was awesome! Holy good lord, they make these dolls so
Yeah.
pulpy and bloody. It is absolutely grotesque. The doll was obliterated by Kyle.
I'm Kyle.
She's Kyle. Kyle's got
I like the this is when that outfit of her with the leather hat and the black outfit was awesome.
the lowdown on Chucky's soul splintering spell, like what its limitations are.
Only good guy dolls. It has to be an identical vessel. Except for Nika.
Yeah, poor Nika.
I know. Whack.
She says that if Chucky can corrupt an innocent and make them kill somebody, it'll allow him to create an army. This may seem out of nowhere, but it's not entirely. After all, he did try to get Nika to kill Dr. Foley and Colt.
You know you want to.
And besides, this franchise occasionally adds new rules. We can roll with it. Another new rule? Sometimes you gotta drug teenagers for their own good. Don't live by that rule though. Kyle's just trying to keep these kids safe, so she puts them to Betty Bye before leaving to save Devin. Tiffany gets home and finds Nika on the ground, only it's not Nika, it's Charles, and he got them kicking powers. There these two go fighting again.
How many times have I killed you? Is it 3?
Oh, I got you. It's 4
4
if you count human bodies and doll bodies. Yeah, that's what I have. The tiff with Tiff is interrupted by Junior and a nicer Chucky.
And I'm kind of used to having her around.
Sweet face.
Once again, Don Mancini wields multiple Chuckies to hilarious effect.
Fuck you, Chucky. Thank you, Chucky.
In certain scenes like this one, Chucky's played by little kids. Jennifer Tilly found this kid, named Jacob, excruciatingly cute.
I experienced pure joy. My shriveled ovary just sort of sprang back to life.
In my months making the Chucky recounts, I've seen
Devin's the one played Devin's voice face though when he did that.
lots of
Yeah,
footage. of the
I like Devin, man. He's cool, man. I like it. And you know me, I'm always open with the LGBTQ, so I'm definitely cool with this scenario too. I'm just noticing he had the black phone mask on there already, and I don't think that's like way before he did the kill count.
Cast having a blast, especially Fiona and Jennifer Tilly. They're a fucking riot together. It was nice to see the new, younger cast members having just as good a time on set, and that the adults and kids were both complimentary of and intimidated by each other.
Yeah, I was a little intimidated. I was like, oh my God, they're so cool and professional and really good at what they do. I hope they don't think I'm a big dork, you know?
Totally.
And they are
also,
good.
when you guys are all
I will
together-
say they are. Every single the kids are good though. Even the ones that are no longer with us, but the main kids, they are really good.
together, like with your inside jokes and handshakes or whatever, it's very intimidating.
Yeah, we get catapulted back to
Including
high school. It's
Caroline.
like, there's a popular crowd. Maybe they'll let me go.
They like,
talk
oh, hey
to them.
guys.
Yeah.
Hey.
Tiffany shows her new guests the company she's been keeping. Not just the captive Devin, but also an army of Chuckies, thanks to Junior having killed his dad. Bang up job there, June. Your best friend's tied up, and now you gotta hang out with boomers.
We're gonna party like it's 1999.
What does that mean?
I love the Patton-esque scene with all these Chuckies being rallied as they discuss if there should be a lower age limit for their victims.
No babies. We're not savages.
It's a spirited debate.
Well, not as like a baby, but boy, that season two begins. Almost like.
Could you define baby?
It culminates in a DS era.
About that. Yeah, he just talked it up about that. Season 2. If you watch season 2, you know what I'm talking about. Still hurt about that one.
chorus of Chucky laughs.
But like I say, I know they had to kick off the reason for the plot for the season 2, but still.
They'll have a gay old time! Just like with Buzzcut Chucky and Cult, Brad Dourif uses a higher-pitched voice when playing the newly born Chuckies to help give them an air of innocence that probably isn't deserved. There are so many Chuckies in this scene, they had to fill the background with Trick or Treat Studios dolls, since it'd be too costly to make that many animatronics. Trick or Treat Studios makes the consumer-grade Chucky dolls that I've been using in the background of the recounts. Production also used a Trick or Treat Chucky body for the one Kyle shot and killed. They just stuck a very meaty head on top. The Chucky army is loaded up and taken away on a truck, leaving the party down to only 2 Chuckies. They're more interested in each other than poor old Tiffany, who gets jealous and yells at them. Things get physical, knocking Nika back into control, and Doll Chucky don't like to see that. He tells Tiff to kill Chuck Nika, saying they don't need the Chucky inside of her.
There's 72 more of me on that truck.
Noting that very exact number. Thank you, Chucky. Tiffany refuses to because she likes Nika, so she jumps on the doll and ruthlessly decapitates it. Though she gets his head off, the doll's not dead yet, and she teases it by revealing she's the one who called the cops back in '88. He responds with anger and a callback.
I'm gonna get you no matter what! I'm gonna get you no matter what!
With one quote of her mother, Tiffany throws the Chucky head away. I adore Tilly's unhinged performance here.
I'm gonna make her go nighty-night.
Tiffany is such a scary character when she plays everything off like it's a fun game.
Oh, I see a little foot. That was fun.
Tiffany knocks Nika out and forces Junior to tie her up. Then she rigs a booby trap and mentions her kid by name for the first time since Seed.
My darling Glenda gave it to me. They have exquisite taste.
Exquisite taste in explosives, evidently, since this is a bomb for when Andy comes a-knockin'. They leave, with Junior keeping one doll for himself.
Okay, you can keep them, but you gotta clean up the mess.
And them dolls are messy. Just look at the decapitated one, who's currently directing its body to get up and murder Devin.
Kill the twink.
Oh my god. Devin is saved by Andy, who says he came in through the window. But after he unties Devin, they hear Kyle arrive outside. With Chucky using his good guy voice, she's lured to the booby-trapped front door. When she opens it, it trips a laser and some fade-outs, and sets off an explosion that blows the house up. I'm gonna count the Chucky head as a kill for now, but that's it. Any other kills are TBD. Jake and Lexi wake up from their drug coma and learn about the house explosion. And yes, the news story says fatalities plural, but I don't know what to make of that yet. Show me the proof! In any case, despite a brief emotional fake-out, it's confirmed right away that Devin is still alive, which earns him a big old kiss. It's time for the Frankenstein charity screening, and Mayor Cross...
We was wondering about of Kyle, but you'll find on season 2.
...was how to bring in the celebs.
Oscar-nominated actress and professional poker player, Jennifer Tilly!
Fuck yeah, respect that shit play. This must be an exciting moment for Tiffany. She's been dressing Jennifer Tilly more elegantly, as seen with her Tippi Hedren-inspired outfit in Cult. She wants to rise above the actress's status from when she was making B-movies in Seed.
Jennifer Tilly, before Tiffany entered her body, was actually a B-list actress, and Tiffany's very ambitious. She's aspirational, as they say. She wants to be an A-list actress.
Jennifer Tilfany announces that she's sending out the 72 Chucky dolls to needful children around the country. Except for this one, Caroline can have him.
I'm sure one measly little sick child can take care of himself.
Lexi is lured into the building by Junior and Chucky, who draw her deeper and deeper backstage. They wind up behind the screen as the movie gets going for the audience. I love that Frankenstein is the centerpiece of this climax, especially when Chucky gives commentary as the monster accidentally kills the little girl.
This is my favorite part.
Chuck can only laugh at killing for so long before he wants to do it himself, so he sneaks beneath the seats and stabs upward. The next time we see Nathan, he's bleeding out the mouth in a kill that makes no sense to me, but...
That one, yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt. Because if you follow Twitter, a lot of folks wanted Lexi's mom to get killed. Whoa. But that one hurt. Out of all of the parents, he's another good parent right there get killed.
Hey, we get a bloody popcorn bit out of it. Pretty gross. Michelle screams, kicking off a killing extravaganza. Counting through the cuts, I saw 6 people get stabbed in the butt during this ordeal. Later, a wide shot lingers on most of the seats, and it also shows 6 bodies plus Nathan. 3 more bodies are shown in the aisle when Jake and Devin arrive, and one final shot shows 1 new body blurry in the background, giving this massacre a final tally of 10 kills after Nathan. Devin extracts Caroline from the theater, poor kid, as Jake confronts Chucky for their final showdown. He gives a wonderful bad guy monologue and says that he'll live on forever. No one will remember the victims' names.
All they'll remember is the number of people I killed. My body count.
Speaking from experience, that is true. Jakey makes a run for it, but Chucky slashes him down, then lampshades a common criticism of the character.
You're thinking, how could a little doll possibly be so strong? Doesn't make any sense!
He gives a simple explanation. His strength comes from Damballa. We should have known. As the chaos unfolds, Lexi learns that Junior killed his dad. He says killing has made him braver and bigger. He's a strong boy now. She makes an impassioned plea to Junior and says he isn't really the monster he's become. When Chucky cheers for Junior to kill his ex-girlfriend, the monster turns on its master and puts a knife in Chucky's chest. Damn, some of these dolls die way easier than others. But surprise! Junior has a knife in his chest too. His tragic character arc comes to a tragic end. As the Chucky series showed,
the whole family.
The
whole immediate family.
Not afraid to kill a teenager. Jake mashes his buttons faster than Chucky, so he overpowers the doll. He yells at Chucky for killing his dad.
Get him! Hold up. Oh! Somebody did warn me about the slight little mute this though. Shout out to let me shout that folks so I like to do out of respect. I like to shout them out. I'm back. My good friend DK Lounge, who's been a long fan of my Kill Cow reaction though. He let me know that part of a little clip in 8 get muted by Universal. I get it. But yeah, this hey, we love Jake. I was like, get him, Jake. Yes. I'm not sure. I forgot what happened, but here we go. Look how he choked the shit out of him. Look at this.
Stand-up act in 2003 by squeezing his eyes out. That is a nasty-ass doll kill. You wild, Chucky series. I love this. Jake and Devin embrace, and they walk off together. The end. It's a Universal picture. Except it's not the end. We still need to wrap some shit up. Jake and Devin learn that Junior's dead. Yeah, I know. Womp womp. Tiffany sends off the truckie of Chucky's, but it gets hijacked by Andy, who survived the house explosion. He gives a T2 thumbs up to the kids, then flips off Tiffany as he drives by her car that he's disabled. Good job, Andy. You saved the day. Except for one little doll-sized problem.
Andy, I don't think we've had the pleasure. I'm Tiffany, the doll, not the person. It's complicated.
Hell yeah! We finally get a return of Tiffany the doll after seeing her in the back seat at the end of Cult. And as far as Tiffany the person goes, I can't say I like her anymore. Because she wakes up Nika and says that she needed to neutralize the Chucky inside her. To do so, she's cut off all of Nika's limbs. Just about Johnny got his gunder. Come on, Don. Nika's been through so much already. This feels like a step too far into cruelty, and I don't know how it can be fixed. Miss Fairchild is freed, because that didn't really go anywhere, and the trio of friends visit the Hackensack Cemetery, which has gotta be running out of room. They hug, not noticing a nearby leather glove. Is it Kyle? Someone else? Only time will tell. How many kills did
hello.
Here we go.
Hello.
I didn't see you there.
Been here like an hour, dude.
I'm Chucky.
I know.
And I hope you enjoyed my new show.
Well, I did, but why are you...
Speaking of who died, let's review, shall we?
Here we go.
What? Mother chucker, you want to come and take my job? Fine, let's duke it out at the...
Yeah, he does that at the end of each season, the recaps of the kills.
Numbers.
Here we go.
All right, what do you got, Chuck?
A grand total of 21 victims.
What is that, just the people you killed? Okay, listen, man, I know you can kill, but trust me, I can count. First off, don't include the cat. Humanoids only.
Get him, James.
Sorry, kitty. Next, looks like you count 7 bodies in the theater, including Nathan, which does match the long shot when they leave, but it doesn't account for the 3 bodies seen in the aisle or the 1 additional seated body seen in another shot. You count the explosion, which I don't want to do yet, because I didn't see Kyle's body. And looks like you're taking credit for Logan's kill, which I'll ultimately accredit to Junior. Jr. You didn't count the flashback kills, which, I mean, you gotta, man. And because of your ego or whatever, you didn't count any of the Chucky deaths. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Let's go,
By my
James.
count, there were 34 kills in Chucky Season 1. 24 of those victims were men or Chuckies, while only 10 were women. Not very equitable, but it is a good guy pie. Chucky added 26 kills to his personal total, with 23 by himself and 3 together with Tiff. Those kills consisted of 1 electrocution, a neck snap, 2 miscellaneous from the defenestration and the drug cocktail, and a whopping 22 kills with bladed objects. One day I should really break those down. In addition to her 3 joint custody kills, Tiffany had 1 additional kill on her own, her old standby with a nail file, making all 4 of her kills done with bladed objects. At the end of Season 1, this is how the dolls stack up. You know, I hope Glenn/Glendo will return to the chart in Season 2. The TV series had more than twice the number of kills as any movie, but of course, it was also at least 4 times as long. Speaking of which, with a season of 8 episodes, we had on average 4.25 kills per episode. Boom, bitch, that's how you count!
Yeah.
I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest kill to Bree Wheeler.
Yep.
The whole scene is so goddamn devastating.
Sad, but good. Sad but good. That's a good choice. That was a good choice. I would say between that and Jake choking out Chucky was the best kills. I would say them 2 were the best kills. But Season 2, ooh, you got a lot of good choices for best kills. I'll tell you that.
While also beautiful, the combination that Mancini is always striving for. My one complaint is that it happens in the middle of the episode instead of the end. With a death this powerful, I would have preferred an entire week to digest it.
Right.
Dull Machete for lamest kill will go to Nathan Cross. So what, Chucky stabbed this guy's bud and he didn't yell out or anything? He just sat there and died, bleeding through his mouth? Come on, get out of here. And champion.
And, you know, and crazy, both choices was sad. Oh, both choices was sad kills by two parents that we adored and love and was saddened by their death.
Chuckle for funniest part has loads of options because this show is hilarious. You've got iconic lines like Chucky talking about his kid,
gender fluid,
and hilarious exchanges between Chucky and Caroline.
Mommy says real killing is bad.
Mommy's working her way up my list pretty fucking quick.
There are plenty of awesome moments between multiple Chuckies again, and of course, tons of times that Jennifer Tilly made me laugh aloud.
Oh, I see a little foot.
But I'll give the award to the line that gave me the biggest shocked laugh of the show.
Get up! Kill the twink.
And that's it. The Chucky TV series premiered in 2021 and was a big hit, getting picked up for a second season. That second season is airing right now on Sci-Fi and USA. And every Wednesday, you can catch an after show here on Dead Meat, published at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. We've already released the first one, where Chelsea and I chatted with Don Mancini. It's an amazing opportunity for us because we love this franchise dearly, and I'll definitely cover Season 2 on the Kill Count sometime in the future. Until then, I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count. Thanks a lot for watching this.
Cool. So there you have it. First series complete in our series week though. Series weeks though. So next series week, for a lot of folks that have been asked for it, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna do season 1 of. I'm gonna kick well with season 1 of Stranger Things though, which definitely be breakdown in pieces as well too. Now, if season 2 Kill Count for Chucky comes before I start season 2 of Stranger Things, I will do season 2 of Chucky before that. But other than that, this was a good series. And if you have not seen season 2, the kills on there, whoo, beats out the kills in this one. I'll tell you that right now. There's some great kills in this one, but the season 2 kills, whoo. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I said, it's gonna be some good choices, good competitors for the Golden Chainsaw on that one. There may be some for the Dull Machete that might get down to Dull Machete, but it's gonna be some good competition kills for the Golden Chainsaw for that season. But other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And next week we are, let me see. Last week I did I started my last franchise. So next week we're going back to the polls. Unless he starts the Screams recount. If so, that week will be the Scream recount or the week after, at least the week after. But other than that, it's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.